Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay here today for another CBM talk where we talk the latest news revolving around comic book, media, whether that's in film, television, the latest news regarding comic books. So, most recently, we have some news on Evangeline Lilly, who plays Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp in the Ant-Man franchise. So apparently, I'm looking at this article by The Direct, so take it with a grain of salt. But her Marvel future is in question following a controversial post that she made in response to anti-vaccines. So let me see. On Instagram, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium star Evangeline Lilly posted a series of photos of her attending a rally in D.C. this past weekend supporting bodily sovereignty regarding the vaccine. Lilly's full comment with the post reads as, "I was in D.C. this weekend to support bodily sovereignty while Canadian truckers were rallying for their cross-country peaceful convoy in support of the same thing. I believe nobody should ever be forced to inject their body with anything against their will under threat of violent attack, arrest or detention without trial, loss of employment, homelessness, starvation, loss of education, alienation from loved ones, excommunication from society under any threat whatsoever. This is not the way. This is not safe. This is not healthy. This is not love. I understand the world is in fear, but I don't believe that answering fear will fix our problems. I was pro-choice before COVID, and I am still pro-choice today." So she joins, another name, Letitia Wright, who, she's had her public stance on the COVID vaccine as well, and that's kind of been a bit of a problem with how the shooting of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So now we have this. So Javante, I'll go to you, man. What do you think of her post and her views on the anti-vaccine?
Like you said, everyone has their own choice. You know what I mean? But but choices come consequences. You know what I mean? If Marvel chooses to say, "Hey, we're gonna move on a different direction because we just can't make for people's safety," then I understand why Marvel gets rid of her. I mean, I don't see either way. I mean, I also heard like the guy was speak at the rally was talking about like comparing stuff to, like the Holocaust and stuff. I think that didn't look good. But as far as the comments, man, that's her choice, man. I mean, everyone has their views on the vaccine and stuff like that. That's their personal choice. I'm not here to tell nobody what they should be doing. But as far as being part of Marvel, I understand if Disney and Marvel say we're gonna go in a different direction. I understand that because at the end of the day, you have a choice to do what you want to do. We all can do what we want to do. We have a choice. We can say what we want to say, but there are consequences to our actions. So if they choose to let her go or move on a different direction, I can accept that and we'll keep going.
See, I find that bullshit.
Why?
In my opinion. I mean, that's one thing. It's like you sign up. Of course, you have a contract and everything, but no one expected this shit to happen. No one expected the pandemic to happen and COVID and vaccination. What I'm saying is that she shouldn't have to be fired because she doesn't want to do something that has just came up, abruptly. God.
Yeah, but to work, look, she don't have to get the vaccine, but the jobs have the right to say you can't work if you're not vaccinated. They have the right to do that. Mm-hmm. It's like college. You went to college. You had to get certain shots before you can go to school, right?
Right.
When you're a kid, when you're a little baby, you have to get certain shots before you can go to elementary school with the rest of the kids. Mm-hmm. Like certain things just have to be done. And I'm not trying to go too deep into vaccines like that, but if you want to work in Disney has the right to say, we need you to be vaccinated because there's other people, not just, it's also there's other people around you. Like there's other actors, there's producers, there's a director, there's people that do the costumes, there's all that stuff, lighting, everything like that. Mm-hmm. People do all that stuff. So like, it's not just about you, it's about everybody.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, she has the right to voice her opinion. That's her personal choice. If she chooses not to get vaccinated, that's her choice. But if Disney does choose to go a different direction and say, we're going to move on from you as an actress because of this, that's their right. At the end of the day, it's a private-owned company. It's their own business. They can do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. It's just funny to me because I remember when we do those recast T'Challa debates.
That's not the same.
You always talk about
that's not the same.
How are people going to get used to someone else taking on, like someone else replacing them on screen? And
that's
stuff.
not the same.
Nah,
Chadwick Boseman out of nowhere died. It's not the same.
I understand it as far as the point as like the reason why they're both like it's a different it's recasted, but what you were saying in those videos was like, I find it hard for a kid to watch on screen and be like, oh, like this is someone completely different.
I said that character is, look, let's be real. The Wasp just came into one. She's only been in one movie.
She's been in two movies,
When she became the Wasp officially was second movie. That's when she officially became the Wasp.
Okay, but her character was still an important part in the first.
Okay, yeah, movie. But as far as the superhero part, she was the Wasp in the second movie. So she was in Endgame.
Okay,
right, for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Small section. What I'm saying is T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman had a bigger role in that film. He's also been in more films than her as the Black Panther. And T'Challa, the part of him dying, the abruptness of him dying, and nobody knowing, it changed everything. That film was already special to come out this year.
More films. He's only been in one more film than she has.
Civil War, Endgame, Avengers, Infinity War. Black Panther has his own movie.
That's 4.
How many has she done?
3 total.
Okay, cool. My point is not the same because he died, bro. That's different. She's not dead. She just chooses not to get the vaccine. That's her choice.
I know. Look, I just think it would be bullshit on Marvel's part to recast just because of that. I think
that's part of a business.
I think they should find a way to work around it. But
it's a job. We watch Battle Kyrie Irving ain't playing in New York. Why not?
That's different. That's because it's a state requirement.
Okay, then. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's. Hey, this is what's gonna happen. That's why jobs in New York. That's why Kyrie's not doing it. Certain jobs in New York aren't letting you work if you're not vaccinated.
If they're shooting at a certain location where they have to get vaccinated, then that's on her. Then I understand in a situation like that. But if they're shooting,
but the company Disney says we want you to get the vaccine, then you have the right to say that, and you have the right to say no, I'm not doing it, and not work there.
Okay, so what about Letitia Wright?
Letitia Wright's another one. I wouldn't be surprised they got rid of her. I said we talked about in the video. I don't know if we talked about the vaccine part. When we talked about in the video, I said if Letitia Wright didn't want she didn't want the vaccine, they said, hey, we want to move on. I want no problem with it. If they decide to keep her, I have no problem with it either. I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying I understand if she's not there. Come her next movie or after that. I understand. I would understand.
I think that's a stupid ass decision if they go that route.
You work a job. They make you wear a mask, don't they? You wear your mask, right? Yeah. Why?
Huh?
Why?
Stop spreading.
No. Because if you don't wear the mask, they're gonna tell you to go home, and you can't work.
Wearing a mask and injecting
they still tell you to do it.
Is something
they're still telling you to do something. They're still telling you to do something that you can say, I won't wear a mask.
Wearing a mask and injecting something into your body are two different things.
Don't make it sound like you're against the vaccine.
I did get vaccinated. I'm not saying I didn't. I'm not.
My thing is this though. A job has the right to tell you certain things if they want you to do certain things. If you choose not to follow it, that's your choice. A job can tell you, hey, we want you to cut your hair or we want you to have a certain look. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it, but you won't get the job. Okay. That's how it is in life, in anything.
That's your opinion on it. Hey.
That's how I look at it. I'm like, hey, I mean, I understand. Either way, I don't care. Either way, it is what it is. What I'm saying is, I understand Disney and Marvel decide to go a different direction.
Okay.
That's how it is.
Damn. So for our Nets news to talk about for CBM Talk, we have Josh Whedon. I know I did not want to bring up that name, but here we are. He was trending a week ago. Apparently, he finally spoke out against the Josstice League movie and against some actors who made several claims of abuse on set with him and verbal and abusive behavior on set. So Josh Whedon, and I'm looking at this headline, he called Josstice League one of the biggest regrets of his life. I agree, Josh. Watching your movie was one of the biggest regrets of my life. I can say that. So yeah, he admits his management style put him at odds with some of the film's cast and crew. He wishes he never got involved with it. Speaking in New York Magazine, the writer-director explained that taking over Josstice League production was one of the biggest mistakes of his life. Though Warner Brothers initially brought Whedon onto the project to help with rewrites, he claims the studio changed the scale of his involvement and tasked him with saving the film. They asked me to fix it, and I thought I could help. And there was nothing to fix, because if you saw Zack Snyder's Justice League, that shit was amazing compared to what Josh Whedon put out there. But basically, Josh he clashed with several actors and actresses, and two like main ones, Gal Gadot and Ray Fisher, especially. And Gal, Wonder Woman, she actually said that she would never work with Whedon ever again because of the whole Justice League debacle. And we all know Ray Fisher's stance on Josh Whedon and the whole everybody behind Warner Brothers that enabled him to, do this on set. And also he said, this was another crazy thing he said, but he called out Ray Fisher and said that, he was a terrible actor, or like his acting wasn't good enough. And that's why he cut out some of his parts from the movie. And it's like, Josh, what are you doing, man? If you're going to make a claim like this, you got to do that shit before the movie comes out. You can't do that shit after the movie comes out when we've all seen it. Like, we all know Ray Fisher was the most emotional part about that film. I thought he was the best part emotionally. I thought his acting was good. I didn't see a problem with it. So yeah, it's just seeing Josh Whedon, try to build his platform up again is kind of terrible, but it is what it is. Fuck Josh Whedon. I'm just gonna say that. That's my lasting note. Fuck that motherfucker. He ruined it. And also another thing, because I remember back a couple of videos ago, like a couple of CBM talks, and I said that Warner Brothers or Marvel paid Josh Whedon to sabotage Justice League. Josh Whedon sabotaged the Justice League movie, but it was from Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers executives, paid the man to destroy their own film franchise just because they did not like Zack Snyder and they were petty towards him. So it is what it is, man. It's bullshit, but fuck that motherfucker.
I understand I get why Josh Whedon fired back. I understand. I mean, look, he's been getting attacked for the last year and a half.
Which he deserves.
That's your opinion, but what I'm saying is he's still his own person. He's probably like seeing this stuff. He's been sitting on this for a while, and it's been building up. He probably just wanted to start coming at people also. People have been throwing accusations about him for the last year and a half. So it's like...
Which a lot of them have been true.
We don't know. But what we can say is Josh Whedon probably just fed up with all this situation. Gal Gadot saying what she's saying, Ray Fisher saying what he's saying. He probably just wanted to fire back. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. Like, he's human too. Now, as far as the film, the film ain't up to a lot of people's liking. I agree. But, I mean, I don't really blame Josh Whedon for that. He came in on a project that wasn't his, a vision that wasn't his, and just tried to make the best out of it. Now, Warner Bros. Should never got rid of Zack Snyder. They should have waited on Zack Snyder to deal with his daughter's death and stuff like that, and then come back and do the film. That's Warner Bros.' fault. But as far as Josh Whedon, I'm not blaming him. What?
Huh? No, you said to make the best out of it. I'm like, how did he make the best out of that?
He did the best of what his situation was, because the movie was not... You can't name a director that came in and did a good job of that movie, because that movie was built through a Zack Snyder universe. It was all Zack Snyder's vision. You can't tell another director to come in there and say, hey... You can't. It's gonna be hard to follow his vision. You put your own vision to it.
You could have done a lot better.
You can say that, but I mean, he did the best he could with the situation. Yeah. It wasn't like he built the universe up.
My point is that the film was good to begin with, and he took a lot of shit out that actually helped the film.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. As far as Johnny, I'm saying director, he has his own vision of a film. I'm saying it's two different directors. You can't expect it's same thing like Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams when it came to Star Wars. It's just two different visions. Okay. So the shit it's not the same person doing the shit. It's not correlate.
It's a shitty vision.
That's fine. You can say that. It's just a different vision of what he wanted. Zack Snyder built this universe with Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and then Justice League, right? Mm-hmm. Justice League supposed to be his finale or the next part of it. But without him, you're giving Josh Whedon a movie. You're telling Josh Whedon to do a team-up movie, not just an individual movie. A team-up movie with all these characters, 3 of which haven't had their own solo films. And you're telling him, hey, go put this together. I mean, for what you got to do with it, I'm not trying to say Josh Whedon did a great job, but for what he did, what he had to work with, it is what it is. Like,
so you don't think Josh Whedon did anything abusive? Like, you don't think he did anything wrong?
What do you mean? As far what?
As far as I'm talking about, like as far as the allegation, you don't think he did anything
with what the Gal Gadot and
the Ray Fisher and everything.
Look, I don't know, man. Hollywood's an evil place. They always say Hollywood's an evil place. All kinds of shit go down in Hollywood. I don't know. I'm not here to speculate on Josh Whedon. I'm just saying, as far as the film goes, I get why he fired back at people because people have been coming at him, taking shots at him for a while.
No, so he should have left that shit alone.
No, because bro, nobody's gonna let you. You're not gonna let nobody throw dirt on your name and talk bad about you and then say, "Oh, it's all good." Well, you're gonna say something back.
Well, if you did the shit, then just let it be. There's proof. There is proof that he did a lot of the shit.
We're not gonna get into that, but I will say, bro, I don't have no problem with a man coming back trying to defend himself, saying what he gotta say and putting his own 2 cents in.
Yeah, but then the shit that he had to say, like, okay, him saying Ray Fisher was a bad actor, that's why I cut a lot of his scenes out. Do you agree?
I don't think he's a great actor. I don't think he's a bad actor.
But no. I'm asking from Justice League, was he terrible?
I don't think he was terrible. I don't think he was great. I think he was just there. He was cool. I didn't say he was great. He wasn't bad. He was just there.
So he wasn't the...
He wasn't like he didn't steal a show from me. He was just, okay, cool.
Well, let me ask, was he not the emotion of the film?
To me, no. But his character was cool. But the emotion, no. He wasn't the emotion for me, no. But I had no problem with him I had no problem with his character in the movie. Like, it was cool. I had no problem. I was just cool with it. It was like, I was like, oh, man, he stole the show from me. Or like, oh, man, he was horrible. I had no either way. I can't go either way on it.
Okay. I'm just wondering if we watched the same Zack Snyder Justice League movie. But
I mean, you got different take on it. You like the Cyborg. That's cool. I liked some of the scenes he had. I thought he was a lot more useful in the movie. I give you that. But as far as emotion and stuff like that, I wasn't really sold on like an emotional level like that. That's just me, though.
Okay.
But as far as Joss Whedon, man, I hope everything works out for him. I don't know what's next for his career. As far as I definitely don't know what's next as far as movies, but hey,
you hope that you can hope for him. I'm gonna say he can go fuck himself. I hope he never fucking directs another superhero movie.
He still gave me Avengers 1. I can't trip too much.
Man, I don't even give him that much credit for that shit.
Oh, no, you don't give him credit.
That's more Kevin. Think about it. You have a whole studio back in your.
Well, that's Kevin Feige giving him. Since you brought it up, Kevin Feige gave him the vision. He said, "This is what I want," and he just executed. Did Warner Bros. Give him a vision of what they wanted, or they said, "Go do what you want to do"? That's the difference.
But either way, Zack Snyder had a plan. He actually did.
But you didn't. But Warner Bros. That's Warner Bros. Fault. And Zack Snyder director. He's not. Kevin Feige's producer on all the movies, right?
Yeah.
So he tells everybody, "Hey, this is what I want. This is what this needs to be." And they take that and they go in there and do.
So that's what I'm saying. I can't really give Joss Whedon that much credit when you already have like a set plan. All you have to do is just point the camera
you can't give
and shoot the shit.
You can't give no director credit in Marvel. Ryan Coogler. You can't give. You have to give them still credit. They still make a great story out of what they're supposed to keep the story moving with. As far as for the future, he gives them an idea. They still work inside the box to make that shit work. So I still give them credit for that. First team up movie, also I gotta give him credit for it.
He doesn't for me, but oh well, it is.
That's what happens. You have a producer like that though that knows what he wants in a vision and can give you that. You know what I mean? But
all right. So you mentioned Ryan Coogler. So apparently Black Panther 2, Winston Duke, plays M'Baku in the movie. Apparently he's going to get a bigger role in the film, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Let me pull up. Winston Duke, who plays M'Baku, negotiated a hefty raise for his return to Black Panther due to what is being described as an expanded role in the Panther mythos. What that expansion looks like is unclear. Marvel had no comment. So, do you think that Winston Duke is going to be the star of the film, and do you see him being Black Panther?
No, he's not going to be Black Panther.
I agree.
He's not going to be Black Panther. But I do see him having a bigger role just because now I think they're going to go more into Wakanda and like the cult, like the tribes and stuff like that, which is, I guess, this film has a lot of negativity around it. A lot of people have been saying like, a lot of stuff's been going on with this film with injuries, the COVID, a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I get that. But for me, this film, I'm going to give it a chance because Ryan Coogler's still directing and you got Kevin Feige back there. So I'm not going to say it's going to be bad. I'm not going to say it's going to be great. I just got to see it. And I will say though, I think we might be surprised what we get. Just kind of think a lot of people can go into it with the idea like, I don't know what I'm getting, but it probably ain't going to be that good without Chadwick Boseman. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be better than what we think. I think it's going to, shock us a little bit, but I'm going to watch it and see what's up though. But Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler, I believe in them. So. Okay.
Yeah, I do agree that I don't think he's going to be Black Panther. I just don't see it happening, especially with their beliefs. Black Panther, T'Challa and his tribe and all those tribes in Wakanda, they believe in Bast, the Panther god, whereas M'Baku believes in Anuman, which that's another different god. And I just don't see him being Black Panther because then it's like, oh, okay, you got to actually change this character, rewrite his character. And I just think it's unfair.
Well, not gonna do that. Also, what makes sense? I'd rather you just make sure he's Black Panther instead of doing M'Baku's a villain. He's Man-Ape. He's one of your bigger villains. I know he's been a.
We don't call him that. No
I don't call him Man-Ape but yeah. M'Baku's still one of your bigger villains in the Black Panther like comic lore, especially without having Claw anymore.
It's one thing to make him turn him from a villain to being
like an anti. I think like an anti. Some things he agree with, some things he don't. Just like the bigger evil he'll take care of. But with Killmonger possibly, I don't know if we're gonna get him back, and Claw. I think you can't make him your Black Panther because you need him as still like an anti-hero possibly. But sure, he'd probably be the best bet if you're gonna do a Black Panther.
Or you could just recast T'Challa. But
or you can always bring back. You can always, with the multiverse now. You don't know. I mean, you can always bring back Claw. Maybe a different actor though.
Bring back who?
Claw.
Yeah,
like a different actor or something.
You mean Andy Serkis? You list this Claw.
Yeah, but not Andy Serkis. You bring a different version of.
But why would you bring Claw? What you talking about, Claw?
Well, I'm saying I don't know. Depending on what you want to do. I don't know what they're gonna do with the story, right? We don't know what the future holds. I'm just saying if they ever did want to go back to like using some of those main villains, Claw's probably one of the ones you probably would want to bring back. If you're not gonna bring back.
Man, I don't believe in that multiverse shit. Like it's just.
What you mean? It's already been done.
I know, but it's like
don't say it's a cheap way out because you like Endgame.
It is a cheap way out.
So it's Endgame.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest flaws with Endgame.
But you like Endgame. It's your top 5 movie.
Yes, I like the movie because of what it brings to Marvel, and as far as like being a fan of all these years and what it did for me, sure. But it did have its flaws.
But you're cool with. But DC cartoons do that shit all the time where they basically just blow up the fucking universe, go to a new universe, and reboot.
When the fuck do we do that?
The one with Darkseid, when Darkseid took over the whole and basically cut them down.
That's different. He actually went back in time. He did Flashpoint.
No. Flash went back, but I'm saying that's still a cheap way to do it all the time.
Flashpoint. That's literally how it always starts.
No. But my thing is like this: that Darkseid one, when he had the damn evil little Darkseid's widow, my friend, they called him the damn. They were all done. They're shooting off Shazam's. All
the Paradoom.
Okay, that movie ends with everybody pretty much dying, right?
Yes.
It's pretty much all over. They basically use Flash and go back in time and resurface the deck.
Yes,
right?
because that animated universe was over with, so they were like, all right, we're gonna start these new animated.
But I'm saying it's still a cheap way to do. It's still a way that you're like, oh man, like that's so.
No, it's different.
Cliche.
It's different because. All right, let me ask you this: if they with this multiverse route, do you see the MCU actually ending and them starting over again?
No, but my thing is also with the Secret Invasion coming, you don't know what you're gonna do with Secret Invasion.
Either way, what I'm saying is, with
Secret Invasion's gonna open a lot of doors too with the multiverse and Secret Invasion. I'm just saying a lot of doors could be open. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just saying a lot of doors could be open.
I just have a problem with the multiverse and bringing characters that were dead and bringing them back in because it's like, oh, okay. Then all these deaths were pretty much like pointless.
We just had Willem Dafoe and all those guys come back.
Yes.
And you're cool with it. You like that movie.
It was different.
No. How? It's the same thing. It's a damn multiverse. Willem Dafoe died Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and he came back in this new one.
And you're right. The movie addressed that. They moved on. Towards the end of the movie, they went back, right?
Who? Yeah, they went back in the universe. To live, though. To live. They were all human and cured.
Yes, but are we going to get any Spider-Man movies in those universes with those characters again?
I don't think we'll see them again. But we might get. You know, we might get. And they're talking about bringing back your man Andrew Garfield possibly to do some shit because of the damn love for him. So you might see that shit again. I'm saying with the multiverse, everything has opened the doors. I'm not saying they'll do it or they won't. I'm just saying doors have been opened now where you can do certain shit like that.
Because at that point,
I'm not saying bring back Iron Man, people like that at that point. I'm not saying.
So why not? Why can't you bring back those characters then?
You could, but you don't need them to push the story. I'm talking about Claw because Black Panther doesn't have no villains left.
Then that's on Black Panther's fault for killing Claw in the first
place.
Yeah,
I definitely agree. Killmonger and Claw should never died both at the same movie. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm just saying if you want to go in the future and make more movies with maybe Shuri's Black Panther now or something like that, then you need to bring back a Claw or somebody. Or you can bring back, I mean, you have the Atlanteans with Namor and all of them. I mean, they got some dope ass characters. If y'all ever watch that Disney Black Panther's Quest?
What about Dr. Doom?
It's pretty dope shit. Dr. Doom, yeah, but I don't think he'd be a main Black Panther. He probably could be a part of Black Panther, but I think he'd be more like a...
According to this other article from Direct, Black Panther 2 rumor shows that Dr. Doom, his role is very minor as the movie uses him to imply that the war between Wakanda and Atlantis was down to Doom's interference. The report doesn't confirm if Doom will actually make an appearance or not, although the production team is reportedly working on a costume as well. Now, this is from the Direct. I don't know if they're credible or not, but...
That'd be tight, though.
That would be tight. And also, I mean, I remember I told you in the Moon Knight trailer, there's a box behind him when he's driving in that truck. It says Von Doom.
Yeah, tight.
So
that'd be dope. That's a good little plan. I think that's actually a nice way to bring Dr. Doom in and also start off the Atlanteans versus the Wakandans. Yeah. That's gonna be dope. And as far as seeing, I'd be cool to see a little bit because y'all gonna see a little bit of Ironheart. So I'm curious how Ironheart's gonna play a factor also.
For sure.
Yeah, I can already see. I think Black Panther's gonna have a lot of cameos from a lot of different characters. Which you're probably gonna need just with that film. But.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think, with the way the film is now, especially with Chadwick Boseman's death and how you're approaching this film. You're just trying to throw as many cameos out there as possible.
We're also trying to create storylines. So I think Ironheart's going to play a factor in the MCU eventually. We know she's probably going to show some. And Dr. Doom's going to be a big part of this universe. It's probably one of the bigger baddies that we're going to get like for a team-up film. So, you know, I think they're going to start dropping some Easter eggs. I think they drop a lot of Easter eggs in Wakanda Forever.
For sure.
And we'll go from there. But overall, I like that plan. They do go with that plan of how they introduce Dr. Doom.
Yeah, agreed. All right, we're a little bit over a month away from the Batman officially releasing in theaters March 4th. We now have the final runtime of the film. It's 2 hours and 47 minutes without credits and 2 hours and 55 minutes with credits. And the poster that just recently dropped. So what are your thoughts on the movie length and the new poster?
I like the poster. I thought the poster was tight. You know, I thought it looked cool. I liked some like the detailing, like the... Wasn't it like the little like the rifle, like the... I'm trying to think, with the Riddler on the bottom.
The target?
Target aim with like the Riddler thing. That was pretty cool. And then the runtime, I have no problem with it. You know, I think that's a good runtime. I think a lot of people are excited. I think a lot of people wanted something, you know, they wanted that kind of runtime, so I think it made a lot of people happy. I have no problem with it. I'm going to go see it still. And, you know, 2 hours and 40 minutes ain't bad to me, so I'm going to sit there and watch it.
I love it. I love the fact that it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Honestly, you could have made that motherfucker 3 hours.
Well, also it makes sense you got to build up this character because you're like... Everyone keeps saying in the comments, you know, last video we did the Bruce Wayne, y'all said that this is a different Bruce Wayne and all that kind of stuff. So if you're about to build this character up and it's a new Bruce Wayne, all this kind of stuff, then you need more runtime. So
yeah. Although Matt Reeves did say that it's not an origin movie, it's more because he's in his like second year of being Batman. So I'm fine with it, especially with everything going on in this movie with the villains, with Riddler and Penguin. I think they're both going to play a bit of an equal part, although Riddler might have a little bit more than what Penguin has, and then also you have Carmine Falcone in this movie as well. And just, you want to build the character of Bruce Wayne. It's one of those character-driven stories, you know, told through Bruce Wayne. I think it's going to, they already said that it's going to be that noir-driven, so, you know, that's something I'm
curious to see how much detective shit they really put in there. I know a lot of people say they always do like detective stuff, and then you know, we'll see how much they put in there.
You know, it's funny when I saw a tweet when after the runtime was announced and they showed the picture from the Arkham games, you know, the Riddler trophies, and they were like, "This is why the movie is 3 hours."
I was thinking about, I was like, I wonder with this movie. I know it's gonna get. I think it's either going to get a lot of praise and people are gonna love it, or people are gonna hate it. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of middle ground for this movie. I don't think there'll be people that'll be like, "Oh, it's okay." I think you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it.
I think this movie is gonna be all love. There will be no hate.
That's impossible. Every movie got some hate.
There will be no hate.
You can find people that hate Infinity War or Civil War.
I'm telling
you, every movie has hate to it.
I'll tell you, this movie, it's gonna be all love. It's gonna be all love, and then it's gonna be like, you know,
there's gonna be some hate for it. Yeah,
I like it.
I think it just depends on. I think it's gonna depend on the tone. I think it's gonna depend on this. I think it's gonna depend on Robert Pattinson's performance.
You know what? You're right. The only people who will hate this movie are the ones who are the MCU fanboys who don't want no violence. They want all that light and comedy jokes and shit. If people are expecting that with this Batman movie, then they will hate it.
Not even just that. I think people that love Ben Affleck's Batman might feel some way about this Batman, and people that love the Dark Knight with Christian Bale might like it. I might hate it. I don't know. I'm just curious to see.
I feel like if you like both those versions, then you're gonna love this one because it's
because Ben Affleck was more comic accurate though. He felt more comic book accurate as far as appearance and stuff like I'm talking about.
Oh, for sure. Like Ben Affleck looks like the Batman I've seen in comics.
So I think you have people. Some people want him back. So I mean, I think there's gonna be some mixed reviews on both sides, but it could be a good film. I'm not knocking. I mean, we'll see what Matt Reeves does. Yeah, we got a little bit over a month left
for sure.
I know that review's gonna be crazy. I told you I might need to put a bulletproof vest on coming that review because I know people will come from my head if I hate it.
Shit, I might shoot your ass right on set. Just know that.
That's on camera.
Hey, I don't care. Call the police on me. I don't care. No, I'm kidding. And looking at the poster. The poster is dope. Although, like, my favorite poster to me is that very first one.
I think it's so basic. It's just it's not really
much. It's the mystery.
It's very basic. Just the emblem. That's it. The last one kind of feel like MCU poster. Like it has like every character on there.
Yeah, it follows that classic.
Yeah, kind of feel like the MCU with all the characters on the front and like the main characters, the biggest one.
Yep. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the first one just because the silhouette. You don't actually see the character. It describes what people see, like what the criminals of Gotham see at night. You know, you see this shadow that approaches you, and that's what I like about it. And I love the use of the red, although I saw people like doing
blue.
Fan art with the blue for the second. If they do,
I kind of like the blue one tight. The blue one was tight.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Freeze, if they do that,
they're not doing Mr. Freeze.
They better.
I don't think we'll ever see Mr. Freeze again.
I want to see Mr. Freeze. They died to redo him.
Bro, Mr. Freeze ain't been done in 20 years.
Yes, and that's exactly why we need Mr. Freeze.
Either you can't. Mr. Freeze is one of the better villains. Mr. Freeze would be dope because he's such an he's not really a villain.
Yeah,
you understand his reason for doing what he does.
I wouldn't mind them going the two.
But I don't think they would do. I don't think they do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind them going the two villain route like they've been doing. Shit, they got Riddler and Penguin in this movie. I don't mind if they go Mr. Freeze and Hush for the next movie.
I don't like two villains too long because two villains can get rushed. Mm-hmm. And it could be. Yeah, I mean, it just depends how you do.
But if you have a 2 hour and 50 or 40 minute movie, you can. I mean, it seems possible.
Then we gotta build those characters up. You gotta build both those villains.
Yeah.
Like think about what times have you really seen the two villain thing?
The Dark Knight.
No, Harvey didn't. I was like literally 10 minutes with the villain, but he also was built up through the connection with Joker. So like, it kind of, even with Marvel with Killmonger and his claw, like they kind of like build up together first, then you could separate. I mean,
right.
But we'll see though.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze be dope though. I would like to see Mr. Freeze.
Oh, for sure.
I'd probably root for that. I think a lot of people actually root for his ass over Batman. Man is trying to save his wife.
He is, but he's doing it the wrong way.
Man, he's trying to save his wife. Ain't no way the wrong way.
Yeah.
You ain't watched John Q? When he tried to save his son?
You're right. You know what?
He had to do.
That's a good ass point. So for our next CBM news, we're going back to Marvel. So James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, also director of new DC show Peacemaker, which is really good. You should definitely check it out if you haven't. I've watched it. It's pretty funny. So he said that his Guardians are done after Volume 3. During a recent appearance on Deadline's Hero Nation podcast, Gunn confirmed the threequel will be the last time Chris Pratt's Guardians will appear in the MCU. Gunn revealed Volume 3 will be the last time people will see the current Guardians of the Galaxy team as the director takes the helm on his final Marvel outing. The Marvel and DC director went on to share his nerves for the film due to his desire to, quote, be true to the characters and the story while giving people the wrap-up that they deserve. Lastly, Gunn joked about the common stereotype that the third film in most trilogies sucks, but teased that it is not always the case. So for me, I can see why Gunn would say this. I don't really see the Guardians doing much after this movie anyway. I don't know. I don't think there's many stories to tell with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You can include them in other movies, like spin-off every now and then, maybe like Eternals, for all we know, or some other shit that takes place in space. I'm fine with that. I just don't see them doing any more team-up movies, especially with Dave Bautista wanting out. He's been very outspoken about how Drax has been done in the MCU, and I agree with them. Drax in the comics is a different person than the Drax that we're seeing in the MCU, which is more of this comedic relief. And so, yeah, I can definitely see where Gunn is going with this.
No, I completely agree. When you were reading the article, I think this version is. I can still see Guardians being done as a different version, a new team.
Yeah.
And with that Guardians of the Galaxy brand, it's so big. But I know a lot of people gonna probably say like, oh, but that's with Chris Pratt and them. But before this, Guardians 1, nobody knew these guys were like that. You know what I mean? So they just looked like some misfits, and you're like, okay, let me check them out. And people loved it, which is why they're getting a third film. So I can see this being the last because I think every character has pretty much had their closure. With Drax, Thanos is gone, so he had his closure with his family. Mm-hmm. Gamora is dead, so that's pretty much we moving on from that.
Yeah, not anymore.
Well, that Gamora is dead. Mm-hmm. This Gamora doesn't know who this motherfucker is. Chris Pratt, I feel like he had his closure in already in 2 when he after his dad and shit, all that shit. And then who else we got in the team? Rocket, I feel like been like Rocket's grown. I think Rocket's finally grown as a true leader. Groot's, we've seen him grow and literally grow. So I think all those characters have had their time. I think they've all seen their depth and growth. So I'd be cool with them being done, doing this last film, having a nice hoorah, and walking off. And then, in the future, if you want to do another Guardians team, that'd be dope.
Well, let me ask you this. What if James Gunn kills off the Guardians?
With who?
I don't know. Who, if he happened to, which ones do you predict would die? I know, for me, Drax would be number 1.
Drax gotta die.
Because Dave Bautista said he's done.
Peter Quill gotta die.
You would kill off Quill?
The only you let live is Rocket and Groot.
Damn, dude.
The only two I think you can let live. Oh. And you gotta kill off old girl, too.
Nebula?
Yeah. No, not Nebula. Nebula. Well, she can't really die, but Nebula, kill her off, and you gotta kill off
Maybe she can't die.
Puts people to sleep. Well, yeah, she can die, but and put the people to sleep. The one that puts people to sleep. Yeah,
Mantis?
Yeah, Mantis. Mantis gotta die.
So
too.
basically everybody died.
Everybody's put Rocket and Groot. I think those are the two cats you let live.
Why is that?
Well, also both fan favorites. You know, Groot's like kind of what Grogu is for Star Wars. He's that for Marvel. And I feel like those characters are characters that you could throw in there and they don't take up no time for it. They kind of can play the backup role. Especially Groot. He's not really a main. I mean, as far as attraction, like the looks of him, you're like, oh, Groot. You know what I mean? But as far as a character, he just does I am Groot. So you can literally keep him in the back and let him play anybody's backup role. And with Rocky, I think Rocket's just good for Groot. I think that's like kind of a combo. And I think Rocket take a backseat to anybody also. Yeah, I mean, I don't think those guys have to lead. Nice. I don't see Peter Quill, Chris Pratt taking a backseat to any other team.
He barely took a backseat to Thor's ass.
Big facts.
So Chris Miller, the director of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and also the director of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which comes out in October, right?
Think so, yeah.
This October. He said that each universe in Across the Spider-Verse will have its own art style. He said, quote, going to different dimensions really opened up on opportunity artistically to have each world feel like it was drawn by a different artist's hand. So just to, elaborate on that real quick, I think that would be a fucking amazing idea. I think it's going to be awesome, to see that. I wonder actually what animations they will come across, because I think it would be kind of cool if they went with the old TV shows. Mm-hmm. Like maybe they went into like those TV shows realities.
Yeah, you could see something like that.
So that would be kind of dope.
That would be. I like when I think when we see so much of live action stuff like that. I kind of miss like the animated stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even with Space Jam, I wish like that would have been more animated, or maybe stayed animated for like the movie, the whole
majority
movie.
of the film.
Yeah, I kind of miss that animation stuff. But I think it's gonna be dope. Spider-Man the first one, Into the Spider-Verse, people love it. I rarely come across people who say they don't like that movie. Just the swagger of it, the characters, the story. I think people just really like the film, the music, everything's just very. I mean, that film really, the colors, everything's just dope about the film. So I think this film definitely has a lot of hype going into it. I think it will live up to the hype. From that first trailer we saw, I thought it would look dope. The animation I thought looked a lot better. I thought his hair looked cooler, like a little more curly and stuff like that. So, I had no complaints or no worries about this film. I think this film's gonna be fine, and I'm excited to check it out. I'm definitely gonna be there day one for it.
Yeah, same here. So we have some rumors regarding Ironheart, the Disney Plus TV show spinoff, from the Iron Man character with Riri Williams, Iron Man or Ironheart version. So the recent rumors have pointed to Ironheart's villains also having ties back to the Iron Man saga, with one report hinting that Obadiah Stane's child could lead the way in that villainous effort. Now another rumor is adding new details about the show's potential rogues gallery. So there's a rumor that the Tech Bros, the villains will be made up of Silicon Valley-inspired Tech Bros, which may include Obadiah Stane's child among the ranks. And Obadiah Stane's child, and that's nice. I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, it takes like in the whole tech thing with Silicon Valley. That sounds kind of unique. It sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
I mean, for a show, I'm down for anything.
Yeah,
for shows.
And that's the thing. With a lot of these new characters, like I'm not. Like, I don't know too much about them from the comics because I didn't really read up on a lot of these characters. So I don't know what villains Ironheart really has. So, hey, if you say Tech Bros, they sound interesting.
I think with Marvel putting her in Black Panther, I think they must feel like people might like we might not get a lot of her. I think they're gonna be like, oh, people might want more of this character in the future, which is why she's gonna get a show already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna definitely get our first look when it comes to Black Panther. But right, when that show coming out, did they already announce it?
What, the Ironheart?
Yeah.
I
think we get Black Panther first, right?
Yeah, we'll get.
So we'll get Black Panther. We'll get our first look at her and first ideas, and I think a lot of people might like it and be like, okay, I want to see more. You know what I mean? So the show sounds kind of cool from what they're saying. It's a show, so I'm not spending too much. I'm pretty open with it, just like Hawkeye. So I'm down for it.
They also said it seems most likely that the Tech Bros will be either her classmates or college rivals as she gets her start as Ironheart.
This could be some dope. It could be dope. Yeah. It could be cool.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Maybe she wins like a scholarship or something like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I hope it turns out good.
I like the actress they have playing her from Judas and the Black Messiah. If y'all haven't seen that, I liked her. I thought she was good in that role.
Yeah, I didn't even know when I heard the casting. I didn't even know that was her from Judas and the Black Messiah, because she was good.
Yeah,
she was amazing in that role. So okay, nice. All right, so let's talk about some new suit updates. I don't know. Have you seen Thor's new suit or the rumor?
No, I didn't see no new pictures of the on set.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. Well, I gotta show you then.
I'm sure the arms are showing though. He all big and shit. I'm sure he ain't wearing one of them damn, what's it called? The damn gray thing.
This was a rumor. There, I think.
That's tight. I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. I mean, it does give me Icarus vibes.
Yeah,
from
very,
Eternals.
very intimidating though. I like it. I like the orange being shot. I thought it looked tight. It's a new look for him too. I like that.
Yep, I agree. I like it too.
That Stormbreaker's. That's more intimidating. Yeah, it's way more intimidating than me in here. But yeah, I like that.
If I got swole again,
I'd be cool with that.
For it.
I'm interested in this Thor movie, man. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it. I know a lot of people saying the rumors about Natalie Portman being the new Thor, Lady Thor, and stuff like that, and Taika Waititi doing his thing. Ragnarok. I'm gonna say Ragnarok's a good film. Is it my favorite? I mean, it's probably my favorite Thor movie. Don't get it twisted because Thor movies haven't really been that great to start with, but. As far as the MCU films, not really one of my favorites. I get why people like it a lot because it's funny. I think I get why people like it. It's colorful, all kind of stuff. So I'm curious what he does with this next one. I'm sure it's got a lot of comedy in it, a lot of jokes. So I'm just curious to see what style it goes. I know the style's gonna be like, but I'm just curious to see if it's gonna see similar to Ragnarok, or it's gonna take it up a notch, more serious in a way, or whatnot. But it got some good cast. Like Christian Bale involved, so it got a good cast with it. So
yeah, I do hope that it focuses a little. It's a little bit more serious than Ragnarok, but it still has that comedic side from Thor.
I think the only people that had a problem with Ragnarok was people that like really read the Ragnarok comics and know like Ragnarok's a really deep, like dark story. It's not really like comedic, you know what I mean? But
especially considering everything that happened in the movie, like him losing his dad and then
his
whole world losing his hammer, his friends getting killed, so losing his eye. Like you would think this man would be depressed most of this movie, but no, he was
not till in game.
Infinity War.
Endgame, he was depressed.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like, he wasn't laughing at the beginning of Infinity War when Thanos showed up.
That shit was serious at that point. But I'm gonna give this film a chance. Thor: Love and Thunder. The name's kind of interesting. Also,
I think honestly with the film, it's like what makes it what will make it a good film is depending on Christian Bale's performance as Gore the God Butcher. Yeah, because we look at the Thor movies. I mean, the first one. It's not terrible, but it's not like great. But at least Loki was a good villain. Like we all love Loki. And what makes the second movie the worst one is because no one gives a fuck about Malekith, the Dark Elf.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And what makes the third one great is, I mean, it's different, but also Kate Blanchett did an amazing job as Hela.
Yeah, and Hulk also. Yeah. I think also how the title card looked kind of reminded me of like some Flash Gordon type stuff in a weird way. So I feel like. It might have some of that Flash Gordon, like, some of that taken away with it. Maybe Taika Waititi was a big Flash Gordon fan and takes a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, yeah, overall, I think it's going to be cool. What other suit you talking about?
Batgirl. What do you think of Leslie Grace?
It looks good. I know Johnny sent me proud of her. I was like, I don't know. But then I saw it again, saw a couple more images. I was like, and I saw it compared to also the comics and the cartoons, stuff like that. I was like, okay, this works. So, looks cool. The show, I'm curious to see how the show's gonna work out. Oh, the movie's gonna be. I'm curious how the movie goes. I know Johnny's gonna be very curious because he's already on the edge of jumping off the DC bandwagon. So, but the suit looks nice. The suit's good. Good suit.
Yeah. I mean, let me backtrack on my words. I know I said I'm done with DC, depending on the Flash film. Mm-hmm. But
you ain't going nowhere.
Well, no, because I'm watching Peacemaker right now, and so far DC's on a good run where they've made some good quality content. So as long as the shit is good, I just want to see some good DC content in the future. If it's good, I'll buy it. But
Warner Brothers saying right now they watching this. They probably like, yeah, that's a good boy. Get back in line.
Get the fuck out of here.
Warner Brothers probably get back in line. You ain't going.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If the Flash, like, it depends how it does it. That will get me, because if it just like. I don't know, if it's like more of like it's forced, but it doesn't make any sense. I'll be like, okay, then what the fuck, bro? They just did this just to spite all of us fans who liked, the Zack Snyder version or the Henry Cavill Superman.
Let me ask you this real quick. A quick question. Which one do you think is gonna be a better fight? What do you have more faith in? The Flash, or Black Panther 2? Because they both had their issues. Like Flash had multiple directors. They both had the different issues. Which one do you think is going to be a better film if you had to put your money on one?
Well, shit, one has Marvel running it, the other has DC, so I guess I'd have to go with Black Panther 2. Or not DC. And one has Disney, while the other has Warner Brothers.
Okay.
So I guess
I was just curious. They both have their issues so far. We've been hearing a lot of things about that film as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Flash, honestly, that's one of the most... I think that's one of the biggest films people are like, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. Because nobody knows.
You should see the comments, like, anytime like they post Flash content or like... oh, here's the latest news regarding Flash, and talking about that. You see the comment section, you're like, nobody's going to see this shit. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, they got a point. After all the shit that's been leaked, nobody wants to see that.
I think part of it is I'm not really a fan of Ezra Miller. Like, not against Ezra Miller, I just don't like him as the Flash.
That's good. That's good that you bring up Ezra Miller. We're going to talk about that soon.
I'm not a big Ezra Miller fan. I think he's okay in the Fantastic Beasts Harry Potter series, but I'm not just a big fan of Ezra Miller like that personally.
Okay. Before I jump to Ezra Miller, Batgirl suit, I like it. I don't know why some people hate it, because I feel like it's jumped straight out of a comic book page.
Yeah,
I do think that maybe the purple should have been a little bit lighter.
Yeah,
to me, or the material could have been, I don't know, kind of a different material.
Yeah,
not the leather, but like damn, I can't think of it. That's like with jackets, like
a pleather,
pleather or cotton. I don't know, like something like that.
Cotton,
pleather, yes, pleather,
like a pleather, or like a latex.
Yes, like that, like something like that, instead of the straight leather spandex. I think that's what she was wearing.
I think
she had the Timbs though.
I look at it. I grew up in Giants. I know I just talked about it, but I to it. Like, for me, I'm also gonna look at it when I see it in live action, when I see it in the film, like actually moving around and stuff. Cause I tie them with like NBA jerseys. Like when they bring NBA jerseys, I'm like, oh, I gotta see it on the players. I gotta see it in a live game. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with the Batgirl suit. I just gotta see it. I like it so far. I just gotta see it in live action.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So. But yeah, what else you got?
If you guys want to see more,
is that it for the suits, motherfucker?
Hold on, yes, that's it for the suits.
Okay, I'm making sure. I thought we had more suits.
If you guys want to see more from the Batgirl as far as set photos and everything, be sure to follow Batgirl Film News on Twitter. They post a lot of stuff, behind the scenes. They showed a clip of Brendan Fraser as Firefly. They didn't show him in costume, but they showed him on the set. So they post a lot of cool content, cool photos if you want to take more looks at Batgirl.
So you really buy in there?
Well, no, I just follow a lot of.
Because a couple weeks ago you were like, oh, we don't have the Justice League.
Well, I follow
Batgirl and Supergirl as the main characters. I don't know about this.
And I still don't like that. I like Batgirl. Don't get me wrong. I was excited for Batgirl. I was excited for the film. But when they said that shit about we're gonna have Batgirl and Supergirl leading the Justice League in the future, I was like, the fuck? What are we doing?
What if they're like the intros to those guys?
I still wouldn't like it. I've always liked them coming of age, being those characters that were inspired by Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. Like, though they're the reason. Like, Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent are the reason why they're the superheroes they are. Now, I don't want it to be. I don't want to be like Batgirl and Supergirl are the reason why Superman and Batman are come of age.
What if Okay, I get what you're saying. All right, I get what you're saying.
That makes no sense. And trust me, I love Batgirl and Supergirl. One of my favorite episodes of Batman the Animated Series is that episode with Batgirl and Supergirl capturing Livewire and Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. That was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
So I'm all about the woman and superheroes, my guy, but not like this.
I feel you.
Not like this. Not at all. Let's continue with Batgirl real quick. I just want to add a little bit more on her. So looking at the set photos, there's actually one set photo that's interesting. It shows a magazine, the Gotham Tatler, and it says billionaire villain Lex Luthor. Did they spell it the right way? I know these niggas did not misspell Lex Luthor's name.
Isn't it Lex and Luthor?
Yeah, they spelled the name wrong.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Yeah, maybe. But billionaire villain Lex Luthor hires new lawyer to appeal sentence, and then it says witness testimonies from the Capitol building bombing. Which, remember the Capitol building bombing was in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So, I don't know what they're doing, man.
Holding out hope Henry Cavill come back.
Right? Hey, that's hope right there. Moving on. So, we're going to play a little game. Would you like to play a game?
Okay, it's Jigsaw.
So, there is all these rumored characters appearing in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. From Tom Cruise's Tony Stark variant, Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, Ian McKellen's Magneto, Ian Grufford's Mr. Fantastic, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Halle Berry's Storm, James Marsden's Cyclops, Patrick Stewart's Professor X, Thomas Jane's The Punisher, Edward Norton's Bruce Banner, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Wesley Snipes' Blade, and I'll even add another one, Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Okay.
So if you could pick 3, that you think could most likely be in it, who would you pick?
Nah, want to be in it, I think that actually will be in it.
I would love to hear both.
Okay, let me see that again. Alright. Now, I want to be in it. I definitely don't want to see Tom Cruise. I'd be cool with...
And don't forget Ben Affleck, the Daredevil. He's not pictured.
Okay.
At him.
Give me Wesley Snipes. It's Blade.
So you don't pop in and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Give me Cyclops.
Motherfucker, please, I'll kill you.
Give me Cyclops.
Cyclops, okay.
And give me my man Mr. Fantastic.
Damn.
But who I think will most appear. That's the ones I want.
Okay.
Ones I think most appear. Tom Cruise.
That's what you think?
I think Tom Cruise kind of, bro.
Oh, okay.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman. And we just got Tom Holland, so that last one, they won't bring Edward Norton after that. You know, I'm gonna say Ghost Rider. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Ghost Rider either. Okay. But I think that's the ones that they're gonna bring in. I don't think Ghost Rider's really there, but I'm just taking a guess. I said, hey, of all the people I said, Halle Berry ain't coming back. I know Hugh Jackman could be one. I don't think they're gonna bring back Edward Norton. Tobey Maguire just was in a film, so I don't know why you bring Tobey Maguire back again. Tom Cruise, they might bring Tom Cruise in, bro.
Okay.
I don't want to see Tom Cruise. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see Tom Cruise.
I'm gonna go with a Spider-Man. Although I don't know, I'm not gonna say which one.
There's only two.
There's Andrew or Toby. I'm just gonna say it's one of them.
What was Miles?
Nah, they don't save him for like Tom Holland's next Spider-Man movie or something.
Right.
So I think it's gonna be one of those Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield or Toby. I think Professor X.
Which one?
I'm gonna go with Patrick Stewart.
Okay. The OG.
The OG. And then lastly, damn, that's tough.
You gotta have Patrick Stewart and Magneto playing chess.
Yeah, hey, that counts as one right there. Yeah, that counts as one right there. You know what? I'll probably go Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Fuck
yeah,
it.
I think he's
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
I think that'll get fan applause to feel like, oh, Hugh Jackman. But then it might drive people to say, oh, bring him back to the MCU. Yeah. Bring him to the MCU. But I can see that. That's such a.
I would love. I would love. Doctor Strange needs Hugh Jackman's help, and it's the same thing as X-Men Origins. Where it's like, hey, Doctor Strange, I could use your help. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That is literally the best cameo scene for me in a film ever. As far as in a superhero film, I love that shit. That was funny as fuck.
Nigga, we just got No Way Home.
That's not a cameo. It was like they actually played roles.
They're cameos.
Man, no. Cameo is like a one scene.
That's the best one you said.
Yes, that's the best one to me.
I'm trying to think what else we had.
Up there, I would say Tony Stark appearing at the end of Incredible Hulk.
Nah, for me it's Dark Knight. Oh, went off.
Oh shit.
I say Dark Knight with the Joker. The Joker playing card.
That's not a cameo.
Why not?
That's more of like an object. That's like a...
It's a cameo. We know what's coming.
No, but that's not a cameo. That's not actually a character appearing. I'm talking about a character cameo.
Okay, fine. Thanos within Avengers 1.
That's your favorite cameo. That's what you think is the best cameo of all time.
No, it ain't the best cameo. Damn. Okay, you might be right. I'm trying to think cameos.
And not just best as far as like, oh my god, like this is the best character.
Epic.
But I'm just talking about like from a character and also just what he does in that limited time.
Okay, yeah, Wolverine might be one of the best.
See?
Because Wolverine's being Wolverine that moment.
Yeah.
But there's some other good ones too. But yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, X-Men First Class, man. Love it. I'm glad we can agree. All right.
Awards.
Yeah, right. So, last news. So, save the best for last. Ezra Miller, man.
Oh, fuck. What he doing? He even choking girls out again?
So, no, not this time. So the Flash is apparently going to take on the KKK.
Oh,
yeah, the KKK. This is what Ezra Miller says.
This is Ezra Miller, a.k.a. the Bengal Ghouls, the Mad Goose Wizard.
No,
the Flash ring.
The Flash ring. Yeah,
this is a message for the Beulahville chapter of the North Carolina Ku Klux Klan. Hello. First of all, how are y'all doing? It's me. Look, if y'all want to die, I suggest just killing yourselves with your own guns. Okay? Otherwise, keep doing exactly what you're doing right now, and you know what I'm talking about. And then, we'll do it for you if that's really what you want. Okay, talk to you soon, okay? Bye!
Sheesh.
Hey,
That's the Flash.
he's out of line, but he's got a point.
I mean, shit, I'm surprised DC Warner Bros. Ain't came out saying anything yet.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna say anything to that.
I mean, they ain't saying anything the first time.
They just don't sweep it under. They just be like, you know what?
Ezra Miller just beat Ezra Miller. Another day off.
They're gonna be like, wait, who did he address that?
I mean, I got what he was saying. I mean, I get what he's trying to say. I was like, damn, I'm surprised he get the Flash. You even showing the merch. It's like, the Warner Brothers. But
hey, bro,
Ezra Miller's his own character, bro.
Warner Brothers don't ask. Wait, who was he directing that message to? Are they go, them? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, we know Ezra Miller's very free spirited and all. We all know that. But I mean, Ezra Miller's one guy you really don't hear a lot from. So it's kind of funny when you hear him talk finally about certain things. Like when you see him choking that chick out. That wasn't good. That was bad. Yeah. That was bad. He should have done that.
That was tough.
But when Ezra Miller did, I was like, what? Ezra Miller doing that? Because he seems so chill. Yeah. Every time you see him in a movie or something like that, he don't really have a... I mean, his character's very chill. So see him, especially at the flat, I thought he was like a nice, funny guy. So see him choke that chick out and seeing this is like, damn. Man got some range on him.
Yeah, he got a little violent behavior inside of him that he's waiting to unleash.
You like him as actor?
Huh? I'm not going to say he was the best choice for Flash. I think they could have done better.
No, I'm talking just acting in general.
Oh, just acting in general? He's solid. I mean, it depends what movies you're watching.
You know what I would say? I think I can see him as like a few... Nah, he's not here yet because this guy's a good actor. But I can see him in the future. If he gets that one movie, I think he'll be like a Jared Leto.
Really?
Yeah, Jared Leto's a good actor, though. Jared Leto ain't top tier? Dallas Buyers Club is bangers, bro.
But you know what? That Joker performance just...
He needs the right roles.
It just knocks him down.
He needs the right roles, bro. He needs the right roles.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Jared Leto better than Ryan Gosling.
That chit-chat's gonna get you hurt.
Yeah, that was just directing. That's not his fault.
You belong to this farm.
And also...
Hunter.
Yeah, Joker's a tough character because everyone tries to bring their own little twist, but sometimes it lands.
I mean, it's one thing when you have like Heath Ledger and then you try to follow that up.
But
then it's also tough because you do what you
try to fit to your own thing also. You try to find your own inner Joker.
Well, there's that. You do your Joker and that shit turns out to be terrible. And then you go to Joaquin Phoenix who just does another amazing job as the Joker.
But Joaquin Phoenix's Joker's way different because basically it's not even really a Joker till the end of the movie. He's pretty much just...
It's a loner, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a biopic, like his own character by himself. He has no Batman, no... Right. You know what I mean? Like, he's not really pushing a villainous... He's not even the villain in his movie. Most people see him as the hero.
And I get that, but I'm just saying, like, from someone on the outside looking in and just watching the movie and just being like... Watching each Joker performance, they're thinking, wow, okay, he was really good. Then you watch Jared Leto, you're like, okay. And then you watch Joaquin Phoenix and you're like, okay.
But match is, that Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, where you rank that out of 5?
What do you mean?
Stars. 5 is the highest, 1's the lowest. Where you rank that?
Oh, 5.
Okay, where you rank Suicide Squad, the first one?
Oh, shit.
Exactly, my point is the movie's just bad in general. So Joaquin Phoenix Joker is just a great film. It's a great film.
But his Joker performance was good.
The film is also good too. It's good directing. It's all everything. It's all put together to make a great film.
That's true.
Which is why you enjoy it more. The movie was ass. You'd be like,
That's fair. But even if the movie was ass, I would still say, you know what, his Joker was.
You think Jared Leto?
Because even when I saw the initial trailers for Joaquin Phoenix and when he did the Joker laugh originally, I was like, that's Joker.
Yeah, I mean Jared Leto tried to. I think his shit just didn't work. But I think if you gave Jared Leto some better lines, better everything, I think that could have been a better Joker. Yeah. But I saw Jared Leto as an actor. I think he's a great actor. I hope Morbius turns out good because I like Jared Leto. He's one of the better actors in Hollywood.
I do. We actually never talked about Morbius getting pushed back. What do you think? At this point, man, I don't even care when that movie comes out.
I think with the pandemic, they wanted to, especially with the spikes, they wanted to push it back.
I think they did reshoots to add.
I heard that. They did Andrew Garfield. I heard that. I hope they didn't do that, but I heard that might be in play. But as far as that film, I think they just pushed it back because of the pandemic. They want to make all their money. You know what I mean? Like, they want to make the money. Scream stayed, but Scream knew was going to make his money because Scream's horror. Horror usually sells pretty well, especially a franchise that's already been built up. And word of mouth because Scream was dope, so it made its money. Great job for Scream. But as far as Morbius, yeah, man, I think it's gonna be. I just gotta see the film. Honestly, I'm still hyped for it. I'll still watch it. I'm not like, oh man, it's just gonna be bad now. They get pushed back because of COVID. I think that's why they want to make all that money they can. Okay. And also, I think with the way Spider-Man was performing in the box office, they didn't want to compete and take away from Spider-Man possibly, which is why they pushed back probably too.
That is fair. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I agree. Regardless, I mean, when it comes out, I'll watch it. But at this point, I'm not, looking. When is Morbius coming out?
No, for sure.
The movie that's on my mind right now is the Batman and the Batman only. That is my focus.
Yeah, Batman, Doctor Strange, my two ones I'm ready for.
Yeah, for sure. But that is it for our CBM talk.
Also to say one thing, Eternals, I rewatched again on Disney Plus. I actually liked it a lot better when I rewatched. I mean, I didn't hate it the first time, but watching it again, liked it a lot better.
A lot of people have actually been saying that too.
Yeah, you watch it a couple times, you have to like it more.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, but that is it for our CBM talk. Let us know down below your thoughts on some of the topics that we covered. Let us know what topics you want us to talk about in our next one. Just whatever pops up in CBM, comic book, Marvel, DC, any of that shit. Mm-hmm. Let us know down below any discussions, debates you want us to, handle. We'll try to do. I know we always argue, so it should be fun. But let us know down below your thoughts on our CBM talk. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and be sure to tune in for more. And I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay.
Take care, guys.
Deuces.